Guan, I got you.
I see Facebook is having a little difficulty loading.
What's going on with that book?
Okay, now looks like it
Huh?
finally
Fired.
came up. Let me make sure. Dude,
Mhm.
you're dinging over there, bro. And all the other
I heard. I heard that.
things.
All right.
All right. Well, there we go.
Yep.
Yep. So what's up, y'all? It's Thursday again. Can you imagine? Thursday just keep coming back.
It just keep coming back.
Yeah. So I'd like to say happy Thursday. It's May 24,
Yep.
2018. And yeah, so for those of you joining us for the very first time, that's Quest over there. And I'm me over here.
Over
Or is that
here.
like me over here and Quest over there? I don't know.
Either
But
way.
either way,
Tomato, tomato.
tomato, tomato, potato, potato.
Oh, you already know.
So yeah, so when it sounds like we are intelligent and brilliant and know a little bit about what we're talking about, that means that we are live on on our radio and recording for podcasts, which will
Yep.
drop like moments after we're done. And so you're there in the background watching it go down. So I'd like to thank you for
Down.
joining us, investing your time with us.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, so whenever Quest is ready, we're gonna hit the button.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, look
Yeah.
at that. Sasha's on already. My sister, Suan, what's up? My sister-in-law, Quest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tony Fontana, what up?
Tony Fontana. Yo, big up Tony Fontana, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I took some pics and posted them on some stuff this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got an organization called Man Up, Real Talk. I mean,
Yeah.
Man Down, Real Talk, Man Up. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah. Well, I'll wait till we get in.
Coach Frank, what up?
Frank Sagasta in the building.
Yeah, man. Shawanda, Frenchie. Yeah, man. So when you tell me to hit it, let's hit it, man.
All right, hold on one second here. Let me just post to a couple of these places here that we got. You know what I mean? You know how we do, D. We got to
Yep.
make sure that we hit a couple of the, you know what I'm saying?
Yup. Yup.
A couple of our spots, our regulars, you know what I'm saying? Making sure that we get it out.
This dude said, "Can you get a big smile?" Yo, Frank Sagasta want us to pose, man. Go get that, Frank. Tell him we here. And don't put no little birds and crowns and noses on me, homie. That's not cool. Word up. That is not cool. I don't understand Snapchat, P. Like I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
But people do, so let's get it.
Yeah.
All right. So y'all hold fast. Quest gonna let us know when we going.
Yeah.
And,
One
yeah.
more and we good to go.
Mm-hmm.
One more and we good to go, brother.
Yo, Frank is actually the dude. Oh, I don't know if you know about it. I didn't tell you that something. I don't know. Flower Crown, you instigating. I'm about to boot somebody off of here. I don't think.
Yep, let's get him. Let's get him.
All right.
Let's get
So
him.
quiet on the set. Peace, Sean. Let's lead the dude. Oh, I don't. to it. Hey, yo, Quest, it's time to give the people something, man. What are we talking about today?
What up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of the Marriage Ain't for Suckers podcast. I am your host with the most, Quest, alongside my man, Mamelo. Mamelo, my man, L. David Harris. Give him a round of applause, would you? Please.
Thank you. Thank you. Y'all sit down. When I say quiet on the set, it's supposed to be quiet on the set, man. But otherwise, class is in the session.
Yep, no doubt. I'm laughing because Coach Frank Sagasta's in the chat, and he said, give me a big smile for Snapchat.
I figure.
Shouts out to Coach Sagasta, man. So what's up, D? What's going on that side, bro?
Yo, life is life.
Yep, I know it.
Life is life.
I know it.
That's what's up.
I'm over here living the a life of a parent, of a teenager.
Yeah.
Teenagers. Can I just tell you that teenagers don't listen? If anybody is I took Zoe to the dentist today, and I tell her on a regular basis, bro, like for real, don't eat all of that sugar. And let me tell you, Zoe has some talents, bro, and she bakes. You know what I'm saying? She bakes and makes these cookies and stuff. And I try to stay far from her. Nutella is her thing, and all of these sugar packed stuff. And it just tastes so good. I'm like, Zoe's gonna do damage to your mouth. We go to the dentist today.
To your mouth, B. You said her whole mouth.
Yeah, or your mouth, amongst some other things. But yeah, your teeth can't handle all that sugar. Lo and behold, we go to the dentist today and we get some not so nice news. You know what I'm saying?
You need a mouth transplant.
Yep, one root canal has to take place, and I think another extraction, but that's another story. You know what our parents used to say when we was little? We come from that West Indian cloth. We cut from that cloth. Who don't hear will
feel. No
doubt.
Must feel it.
No doubt. Some gonna have to learn via the feel, but
it's life, man.
Yeah, that's what it is, brother. Right. That is what it is. Shouts out to Zoe. Love her to death. But sister girl, you're gonna have to feel.
Oh, you gonna feel it too, homie.
Oh yeah. You already know I'm gonna feel it. I just, you know what I'm saying? Like,
everybody gonna feel that one.
Everybody gonna feel it. You know what I'm saying? But it's a dope object lesson, because one of the things that I want to get for her to understand is that in decision making, and we talk a lot about it in terms of the podcast too, the decisions that you make not only affect you,
real talk,
they affect everybody else around you. So dope time for object lesson. I ain't gonna ride her out. She gonna feel the pain when she go in there, and I'm just gonna feel the pain in my pocket.
You gonna feel all that.
You know what I'm saying?
That's good though. It's love, right?
Oh yeah, but no doubt, it's good for an object lesson for her. So we're catching on the back end. Shouts out D to Tony Fontana, man. They got a dope organization called Man Down, Real Talk, Man Up. And they are really, doing some wonderful things. Just a couple of things. What they're trying to do is equip married men to become the husbands that God intended them to be, equip men in general to be the man that God created them to be. I believe they had a conference recently, and I just want to show you, man. He gave me this when I was in Atlanta, D.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't that fire?
Yeah, the medallion.
You know what I'm saying? And it got the hot accountability on the back, honest, open, and transparent. So shouts out to Tony Fontana. How's your marriage? He said, what are you doing to improve it? Man. Well, I tell you what, Tony Fontana, we doing what we can do to improve it by holding this podcast every week and trying to give y'all some gems, man. So what's going on that side, D?
Man, we just here, man. We just, riding with life. That's it. Nothing fresh, nothing new. Because it's every day, man. I'm on it every day. So I mean, I be dropping new stuff every time you talk to me in a day.
Yep.
I stay dynamic. Always doing new programs, always doing new technology, new ideas. So, I'm thankful, man. I just had another program drop on iHeartRadio, Your Daily Portion.
Oh, come on.
Hit you in the head for 10 minutes, man. From from the word every single morning, 7 days a week, man. No fails.
Yep.
And so yourdailyportion.com. Go see it. Go listen.
Yeah. And the truth of the matter is, D, we all need, you know what I'm saying? We all need a word every day, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, man. Couple of other people we want to shout out. Dewan Matunga.
Yeah, go get him.
Like for real, go and join his weekly newsletter to discover tips on increasing productivity and building a high leverage business and living a fulfilling life. I'm telling you, my man is official. If you find out more about my man, stop by. He has some wonderful podcasts and some major hitters in the game that endorse the work that he's doing. For real, go by and see him. DewanMatunga.com, DEWANE Matunga, MUTUNGA.com.
Yeah, man. Salute to Officer Craig. What up, Philly PD? Stand up.
Yep. Shouts out to Craig Henry out there, and a couple of our supporters, man, over here at Mary Jane for Suckers. So yeah, let's jump off into this thing. I am a fan, and I love the work that they're doing. And not only am I a fan and love the work that they're doing, but I am included in that work as the director of Thank God I'm Married. Who am I talking about? Breathe University. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you will be successful. I'm telling y'all, every week we talk about it. You want to go to the next level? Then this is definitely the place that will equip you with tools to do so. Weekly calls, you know what I'm saying? Where you can get on the phone and talk to a whole bunch of other movers and shakers that are entrepreneurs. You're trying to go to the next level of your marriage. I conduct a call via Breathe University every Sunday night. And let me tell you, we have some discussions dealing about the ups and downs, the ins and outs, the good, bad, and indifferent as it relates to marriage. If you're just trying to go to the next level, then they are definitely the people that you want to check out to make it happen under the leadership of none other than CJ, aka the mogul, aka the silverback. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Eric Thomas, aka E.T., the hip hop preacher, and none other than Josh Hatch, business entrepreneur. I mean, man, it gets no better than that. Yep. So stop by www.breatheuniversity.com.
Word up. Well, today's program is brought to you by Audible. Get your free audiobook and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/marriage. With more than 180,000 titles from which to choose for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. And today we are endorsing the book. Are you ready? Drum roll. The Power of Prayer to Change Your Marriage by Stormy Omartian. You know, she in the game, man, like heavy. Yeah. So Stormy Omartian, The Power of Prayer to Change Your Marriage. You can get any book you'd like, but that's the one we are recommending for today.
Yes, indeed.
So go ahead and hit it. www.audibletrial.com/marriage. What did you think it was going to be? That's what we thought, right?
No doubt. Yep. And here too, D, is our listener of the week.
Yeah.
For real.
Wait. Hold up. You said listener for the week?
Yeah.
I can hear that, Quest. It's bleeding in, B. Oh. I'm ready. We're going to do the listener for the week. You ready?
Oh, yeah. Let's do the listener for the week, though.
You weren't ready for that.
Nah, not at all.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. All right. So here's the listener for the week. Comes from eRain2. And he says, I have been listening to the podcast for about 2 to 3 weeks, and I have truly picked up some wonderful nuggets to help me in my marriage. Thank you both, David and Quest. Keep the information flowing. And that comes from eRain2. And if you would like to stop by and be the listener of the week, do me a favor, go by the podcast app on your iPhone and leave us a review. We would definitely love to hear from you. And we would also always looking to get our numbers up. So please do stop by if you listen to iHeartRadio, but mostly I know that it's available on your podcast app on iPhone or your iPad. go by, leave us a review, and you too can become a listener of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. Let's go.
What we talking about today, D?
You're sorry. Making apologies count for something.
Oh man.
Yeah, and Quest and I had a discussion about this recently, and of course, he and I, and this is actually a good case study, even though we're homies, we're married to women, right?
Yep,
You gotta say that these days.
Yep.
So we have our wives, but so Quest is on one side of the discussion, I'm on my side of the discussion, and we're what are we gonna talk about today, right?
Right.
And for him, sorry has more power than I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it's vice versa. So it's actually a good case study because it's the same way in marriage. Like sometimes we can say we're sorry or we say we apologize, but how do we get our shoulder into it? How do we get our back into it? Like put some weight behind that. So it becomes effective if in case, you ever need to make amends for something in your marriage. And it doesn't have to be like earth shattering, or it may be. Yeah. So that's what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say this, D. Marriage don't require you to be perfect, but it does require you to be able to apologize and say you're wrong when you're wrong.
Yeah.
It does require that. A couple of things we wanted to get into. First and foremost, remember when you were little, D? And I know Lisa was a little bit older than you, but did she ever like? Yeah. Oh, she got some. Yeah. So she got some years on you. And so I remember when I was small, like if I would just bump my mom, first of all, my mom would want me to take my sister everywhere with me, but she couldn't go everywhere with me.
Yeah.
When I was at that age, and I would just be mad and walk by her and bump her kinda. And my mother would be like, go and say you sorry right now. I used to be like, I'm sorry.
Shoot. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like never really wanting to say it. And then you grow up. With that whole that mindset of when you get older, all you have to do is say, I'm sorry, and then keep it rolling. But guess what I found out in marriage? That even though you say, I'm sorry, sometimes it doesn't qualify as a proper apology. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that's one side of it. The other side of it is that, look, how many fires can you put out? You know what I'm saying? Actually, how many fires are you building? By not having or having the ability to say I was wrong or I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's very interesting because it's almost like you're reading over my shoulder because I found this article by Joe Ellen Poon. It was from 2014 and it's titled "When I'm Sorry, quote, isn't enough, how to apologize properly." And in her opening line for the article, she wrote, "Look, I said I'm sorry. Can we just drop it now? I'm sorry, okay? I said I'm sorry. All right, fine. I'm sorry. Do you feel better now?" And of course, there's one last line here. No. The issue isn't resolved just because you said sorry. No, it's not okay. And no, actually, I don't feel better. So we got to put our back into that one, Quest.
Yeah. So I'm saying that for real. I've noticed that. Have you ever watched or seen or been a part of an argument? And I know some of you have. Some of you who are in a relationship and some of you who are in marriage, you pop off in an argument, and the argument is so simple. It's over something so small or something so minute, D. And you thinking to yourself, number one, how did we get here? And number two, why are we arguing over something so small or so minute? Right. And even you, sometimes you figure that the argument is so small, you just willing to let it go and say, all right, you win. Because this is crazy. And the person's still arguing with you. And what I found out a lot of the times, not every time, but a good portion of the time, D, you are arguing over something so simple. But what ended up happening was there have been a series of offenses or hurt that you have allowed to happen to your spouse. And a lot of those times you were guilty for. And never reconciled. In other words, you never apologized for those things. You know how sometimes, D, you get in a argument, and I've seen it, and I've been a part of it. You're not talking for half a day, sometimes 2 days, and then you realize that it's gone too far now. And so you start talking back to your spouse like nothing ever really happened.
Oh, sweep it under the rug.
You feel me? And so
Oh,
y'all end up stop talking, but you never really dealt with the issue and never reconciled or apologized for the thing that you did wrong. And so you just keep it moving. And I find out that a number of couples are doing that over and over again. And so it builds up. And then this one little thing happened or something happened. It's like a spark to like for real, like a tank of fuel. And boom, you in this big argument. And you like, yo, I can't believe we arguing over something so small. But when you dig deeper, what it was is that, and you find out that they bringing up this situation and that situation and that situation. And they're bringing it up because it was never closed. We never brought closure to it. We never reconciled. We never apologized for those things. And so, yeah.
You know, there are a number of paradigms. Like a lot of people have a lot of ways to look at it, but there's one study that scientists have co-signed that basically say there are not only but 6 elements to the quote perfect apology. And y'all take from it what you can. All right. Number 1, expression of regret. And ain't nobody telling you to lie, man. So let me just put that in there, Quest. Like, because back to your analogy in the beginning, like, don't go lying just because somebody's expecting something. If you need extra help, like, ask the Lord to help you become regretful or something. Don't go in there faking. So number 1, expression of regret. Number 2, an explanation of what went wrong.
Accepting responsibility.
Yeah. Well, that's the next one.
Yeah.
Because the explanation of the what went wrong is different than the responsibility. This is exactly what went wrong. Because it doesn't always mean that you did something yourself, Quest. But if there is something, because it could have gone terribly wrong, not because you did something actively, but then there's that acknowledgement of responsibility. And then the declaration number 4 of repentance, which means to basically turn the opposite direction. Whatever got us into this, whatever part I played in that, I'm going the other way. And then there's amends. Number 5, offer of repair. And number 6, a request for forgiveness. I co-sign all of those. I like them.
So Tony Fontana was saying Jennifer Thomas, but I'm saying shots out to the OG of the game, Gary Chapman, because it's the same thing. He calls them just like he has the 5 love languages and the 5 ways to love a teenager. He also has the 5 apology languages. Same thing you said, and I'll just read a couple to you here. He says, expressing regret. I'm sorry may well be the first words in expressing this apology language. However, you need to tell what you are sorry for, right? Sometimes the words I'm sorry spoken alone are much too general, right? And I'll never forget this, D. About a couple of weeks ago, maybe about a month and a half ago, Faith and I got into a lightweight, just a disagreement. And she was telling me about some stuff that I do that causes weight. And I'm like, yo, I know, come on, me. I'm the marriage dude. Like I got defensive, number 1, which is one of the things I should never do. You know what I'm saying? But I remember doing that. And then the Friday I had to leave. That was on a Thursday. I remember that Friday morning I had to leave and go to Atlanta. And I was in the car driving. The guy said, don't turn the radio on. I was like, all right, cool. So 85 is maybe about 15 minutes away from here. So I get on 485. I hit 85. And I promise you, D, as soon as I get on 85, God just started dealing with your boy. You do this. You do this. You didn't do that. And man, I was like, yep, okay, I know what to do.
Scales off the eyes now.
Oh, come on, man. I'm just telling you. I picked up the phone and I called her and I said, she said, what, did you leave something? I said, no, I didn't leave anything. I'm calling to say I'm sorry. She said, but you said I'm sorry yesterday. I said, no, but I'm calling you back because I need to give you a detailed apology. I need to explain to you. I'm sorry for being defensive. I'm sorry for that defensiveness to create a weight of tension that you've had to carry. I mean, I went down the list, B, and at the end of it all, she said, you know what? That's why I love you. Because you're never above an apology. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So shouts out to her for forgiving me as well, because an apology is twofold. You need the forgiveness as well. Right?
I think we probably need to do a program on that part.
Oh, and we definitely
on
will.
The strength of that, because that's some heavy stuff. Forgiveness is a heavy deal, B.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. No doubt. So number two, he stated was accepting responsibility, right? So he says this apology begins with the words, I was wrong, and then goes on to explain what was wrong about your behavior. For example, I was wrong not to plan my afternoon so I could get home early for us to go on our date, right? Then number three, he says, is making restitution, right? This apology seeks to make it right. One husband who forgot their wedding anniversary said, I know that I've really blown it. I can't believe that I actually forgot our anniversary. What kind of husband is that, right? So you're looking to make restitution. What can I do to make it up to you? And we can do whatever you want to do. Go out, take a trip, whatever. You allow the person that you're apologizing to. And here's what I found out. What they'll probably request of you, D, is something along the lines of what their love language is. So you would pay them in restitution in accordance to whatever their love language is, whether it be quality time, gifts, words of affirmation. Write me a love letter and tell me how much you love me. And we're squared up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, or there are people who it's because they love you so much. It's not a matter of restitution. Did you steal something? Like we're not. I mean, it depends on the level, the gravity of whatever you dealt with, whatever you did. But if we're just talking about basic relationship stuff, your spouse shouldn't be like talking about what you're gonna do to make it up. Like, what is that?
Yeah,
but,
well, no.
There are real case scenarios where you do need to make amends.
Yes, you do.
So it's just a matter of the circumstance.
Absolutely. Number four, he says, D, is genuinely expressing the desire to change your behavior, right? So this apology seeks to come up with a plan to keep the bad behavior from reoccurring. So in other words, my wife comes to me about a particular thing and it's like a prick and I snap at it every time and I'm like thinking to myself, you know what? Every time you come to me with this thing, I snap. I got to stop doing that because I know that it's going to cause a problem. Can you help me come up with a plan? Right. And in other words, like every time you come to me with this thing and I feel like I'm getting heated, give me 5 minutes. Let me take a walk and breathe and then come back and address it. You know what I'm saying? So that is the expressing the desire to change your behavior, coming up with a plan that will allow you not to respond to this adversity the same way you have that's adversely affecting, you know what I'm saying, the relationship. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, the chief love chapter in the Bible talks about not keeping a record of wrong.
Oh, come on.
So when you say every time I'm not, like I'm not a robot. I get it. We don't forget. But the point is, like, we have to be elevated to a higher level to where we allow God to help us forget. So there is no such thing as every time you.
Come on.
In our mindset, I'm saying. I'm not naive. I get it. But what if God had a every time you?
Yep. Ooh.
Here I am, Lord. I need you to help me with again.
Ooh.
Lord, I need you to forgive me for again. I thought we talked about this already.
Okay. Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So again, I'm not naive. I'm just saying that we have to really ask the Lord to help us minimize that every time you principle.
Oh man. Yeah, thank you, D. Shaky to good to great. We want to be a nice podcast. I'll see y'all next week.
Real talk, man. I mean, we can fake like that's not an ideal. We can say, oh, that's easy for you to say.
Yeah.
Well, it's easy for me to say that, racism shouldn't exist. Yeah. But the fact that it doesn't mean I should be all right with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You feel me? So
absolutely.
We shouldn't give ourselves the excuse to let our human failures continue.
Absolutely.
We have failed in the past.
The last one, D, says requesting forgiveness.
Yeah.
In other words, just simply saying, will you please forgive me? He goes on to say that these words are music to the ears of the person whose primary apology language is requesting forgiveness. In their mind, if you are sincere, you will ask them to forgive you. This is what an apology is all about. You have hurt them and they want to know, do you want to be forgiven? Do you want to remove the barrier that your behavior has caused? Requesting forgiveness is what touches their heart and rings of sincerity. Man, let me tell you something, D. He said something in that requesting forgiveness part, because in our spiritual lives, ain't that what we do? Whenever we do what's wrong, like for real, you continue doing that thing, and unbeknownst to us, it's creating a barrier between us and the Creator.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and he's saying, like, for real, I know you did that, But if you want me to properly forgive you and remove it, because that thing is causing a barrier in between me and you, I need you to ask for forgiveness. Let me go ahead and forgive you properly and remove. Actually, I need you to repent for that thing, which is basically the same thing. Let me remove that barrier so that we can be reunited again and then keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that, oh man, D, our inability to apologize in our marriage, our inability to say, I'm sorry, or I was wrong in our marriage is creating a barrier unbeknownst to us between you and your spouse. Yep.
And think about it. Here's a what not to do. Because Isaiah 59:1 and 2 says that very thing about us and God. You know, I do love you. I do want to listen to you. I love to reach out to you, but there is iniquity or overt, deliberate. That's separating between us and our God that he can't hear. But one of the what not to do's is, and I hate hearing this, bro. I don't hear it in my house because we don't have like that issue, that particular issue, but I've heard it like on TV. I've seen people try to apologize this way.
Yeah.
Hey, Quest, man, I'm sorry if I'm sorry if you felt like
come on.
I'm sorry if
you, that's a sucker apology.
If you felt like but my intention was not to.
Yeah, sidebar.
Save that, B.
Sidebar. Like, Marriage ain't for suckers, and that's a sucker apology. Word to mother.
Like, save that.
That's a sucker apology. I'm sorry if you feel that odd. Nah, you apologizing for the way they feel, and what you're doing is justifying your behavior.
What is that, B?
What kind of apology is that? Well, I'm sorry if you feel like no, you're not. No, you're not. You justifying your behavior and trying to cloak it in a pseudo apology.
You misunderstood me, so you felt this way. So since you felt like that, then I apologize that you felt like that. Nah, that's not. I mean, no diss. Like, listen, I get it that we're human, but I don't make excuses for being like that.
Yeah.
Real talk. Like, if I did that, then I would have to check me for that. So.
Hashtag no sucker apologies. Word up.
No sucker apologies. and it's not easy, man. Life ain't easy. But we talking about like this dude was on Facebook a while back talking about, you know, what if your wife did blase blah 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 blah? What would you do? Like, would you leave her? Boom boom boom. And I said, but I typed in, I was like, who are we talking about? Like this theoretical wife? Or are you talking about my wife?
Yeah.
Like, we talking about my actual wife? Like in my actual life, like 28 years of friendship, 17 years of marriage wife, or just wife in a theoretical sense? Because the way I treat my real wife, if she does something to me, is not the same as this theoretical question of if your wife. Like, what is, I don't know if your wife, but if it's my Simone B, I'm not quick to bust against my wife, bro. Not my wife.
Nah.
Maybe the theory of wife, but not the real Simone wife. Because I got too much invested, B. I don't know what it would take, quite frankly. I'm not looking to bear my back for abuse, but bro, I don't know what it would take for my wife for what she would do for me to just cast her off, B. Like, that's my people's, man.
Yeah, no, I ain't doing it, D. Real talk. You do you know what I've put in with Faith?
Come on, man.
I mean, just on the surface, we got now we got a 15-year-old, we got a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. The investments as it relates to that alone, B. Much less the other stuff that we've done in terms of investing time and everything else. Like, nah.
I don't have a towel to throw in, homeboy. And we need to be prayerful for all of us here watching, everybody listening, and for us too here with our spouses. Like, I don't have a towel to throw in.
Yeah.
So Lord help us all.
Yeah, man. I don't care where you at, from shaky to good, good to great. Ultimately, we want to be at phenomenal. But phenomenal don't just happen. It takes work. So let's do that. Work. Stay focused. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. I think that was episode 96, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right, Quest.
Okay, yep. Man, shots out, man. We nearing in on 100 episodes, y'all. We've been on this thing for over a year now, man. Shots out to everybody who came
Yeah.
through. I don't know what we're gonna do on that. I think we
I,
might have to do on episode 101.
I
When
think because
official,
listen, like
yeah,
I had this little card, right? This little thing, like this little card for a discount
yeah,
after the 6th buy.
yep,
So we
yep.
get the 100th one under our belt,
Yeah, then boom.
and then we bust.
Yeah, then we bust.
Celebrate
Yep.
on 101 because we got the 100th in our rear view.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No
So of course,
doubt.
for those of y'all who can count and you're wondering like, what we talking about 100? Because you see that it's what today is number 50 something for this segment.
Yep.
But y'all forget about the marriage moments. That's we hitting it twice a week now. So
Yep.
yeah. So we're pushing up on 100
On 100
in total.
Yep.
God's been good, class.
Oh yeah, he's definitely been good, man.
And you stuck to this thing, B. Like that dude be on vacation. He be on family business, riding a motorbike, on parasailing. They be like, yo, what up? It's your boy, Quest. So
yeah, man, I've been learning from the greats, man. You know what I'm saying? Nothing stop him from getting it in. So yeah, man. Let's shout out a couple of our peeps, man, so we can get this post in. Sasha up in the Shy. We coming your way. Matter of fact, Rated R is coming to the Shy on June 29th. June 29th, we'll be there. And guess who's sitting on the panel? Dr. Eric Thomas and his wife, Dee. You feel me? They'll be sitting on the panel. Delroy, big up to Delroy.
Rambo, where David?
Yep. Jake Strickland. Yep. Strickland Strong. I see you, brother. Frenchie Santini in the building. Shouts out to her. Yep. Yeah, no doubt, man. Shouts out to one of the you know what I'm saying, the top men over there at Man Talk. You know what I'm saying? Tony Fontana, man. Shouts out to Tony. Yep. Shouts out to Tony. Yeah, Coach Frank Sagasta's in the building. You feel me? Shonda Keisha, you know what I'm saying? Morris, you know what I'm saying? She's in the building as well. She'll be out there with me in Chi-Town on June 29th. Shout out to her. Shonda, we just got the word today that it's going down. So we're going to be getting on the phone real soon to finish up some tail end stuff. Who else was here? Ayana. Shouts out to her. That's fam up there in the Massachusetts area. Nicole Davis Foundation in the building.
Nikki, what's up?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, look at Fernando, Ferdy, my man. Come on, man, yard.
Fernando, you know what I'm saying?
DK, what's up, DK?
Yeah.
Listen, man, I be trying to be faithful to my wife, right?
Yeah.
But there's this little bitty girl, right? And sometimes, like while I'm looking at Simone, the little face comes and sees me, man, at church. It's DK's daughter, right?
Yeah.
And she, you know, I be trying to give Simone all of the attention, but then the little girl pops up. She's 4. I'm like, you're not 5 yet? What happened?
Yeah, she want the attention.
Then she smiles at me, and I gotta give her a hug, man. Like she's cool. DK and Darren, good work.
Yes, indeed. Mike Dortch. Yep.
Mike, Big Mike, what up?
Yep. CH Tan. Yep, that's somebody who know me from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I got to find out who that is because I see how they, I got to find out who that is.
You ain't do your homework, man?
Yeah,
I clicked around, but I forgot to check again because I don't know.
Yeah, if I know them, you probably know them too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man,
inboxes, man. Why got to be a mystery?
Yeah, I don't
know.
You
don't
know.
have to tell everybody, but you could tell us. Come on, man.
For real. So yeah, D, man, that's everybody that checked in, man. Shouts out to y'all who checking in, man. For those who are on for the very first time, welcome. Yeah. As always, man, please do us a favor, guys. Go buy the podcast app. Leave us a review. We definitely trying to get these numbers up and trying to take Mary Jane for Suckers podcast to another level. So if you have time, stop by the podcast app on your iPhone, your iPad. Go by iHeartRadio, whatever your platform, leave us a review. Yep.
Word up, Isaiah. Hi, homeboy.
Oh, my man, Isaiah in the building.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to follow Isaiah's lead. What happened, man?
Oh, man. Isaiah over there doing the thing, man. Beast Mode Digital is up and running, and they are already, man, killing the game. So, yep, shouts out to them as well.
Word up. All right, y'all. So, yeah, we'll see you Monday. Lord spares life. And then again, we back in here on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So holla at y'all.
Peace.